Hey everybody, it's Jordan Yates, and today I'm at Texas Stress with Cy Rankin, the Director of Business Operations. What we're doing here is we're going to take a look into how TQA has been helping them save time and energy for what matters most through their cloud-based quality management system.
So I'm Cy Rankin. I'm the Director of Business Operations here for Texas Stress. We're an industrial heat treating firm located here in Houston, Texas. We have an office in Beaumont and Corpus Christi. We service refineries, power plants, chemical plants, industrial contractors, and lots of fabrication shops. And we contracted with Kyle a couple years ago to help us with our quality management system. And it has just been a huge added value to our business where we're not so focused on how we're managing our quality as much as how we're managing our heat treating services. And they've added so much value to us where we can focus on what we do best. And he's filled the gaps in from our quality management system.
So Kyle Chambers, founder and CEO of Texas Quality Assurance. What did your audit process look like before all of this got put in place?
Right? Oh no, we're getting audited. We need to spend some time and spend a week to prepare for an audit.
Yeah.
Which isn't a good business practice, right? You should not have to prepare for something if you're always prepared as you should be, right? Yeah, the way our system used to be was a server-based system, so anytime we would get audited or we needed to retrieve a record, you know, we'd go into our server and you'd have desktop versions of documents and records and stuff, and it took time to kind of prepare for things and retrieve records. But with his system, everything is right there within a finger's touch. All the employees who have access to the system could find it just as quick as I can. It's cloud-based, so I could be off-site somewhere and go pull the same records, where an audit might take 2 days to get through all of our records. We can do it in half a day. I know training was a big part of what we needed you to come fill in the gaps. You making sure our employees are competent. You know, our field service business, so you're constantly onboarding employees, and you want to make sure that they're competent to do the job that we need them to do. So the way your system is set up is, okay, what department are your employees going to go work in? What training does that employee need to work in that department? And you set up these rules. So now I can onboard an employee and say, I'm going to put this employee in the field division or in the shop division. Here's all the curriculum that they need, and it prints out, here's what they need in a nice little report. Whoever the department manager is can say, okay, here's a menu of what I need. You go through and you fulfill these training requirements. It goes in and HR gets a nice menu of where we're at without, it takes all the thinking out of. We just got through going through our ISO recertification audit, and when the auditor was in here going through her training and stuff, you've got the whole menu of all the employees. And you can tell the auditor, just pick whatever employee you want, click on that employee, and here's all the training that they have, here's when they were trained. It's made our auditing process such a more enjoyable process because the auditor knows that we're taking care of business and we're quickly able to show them that. And we're very open and transparent with any auditor that comes in. Like, you pick 10 pieces of equipment if you want. Like, go ahead and look all you want. It's all right here. And your system has really allowed us to sustain that. All year. You don't have to prepare for an audit. You're almost, you welcome any audit, right? If anybody wants to come take a look at our system, we're asking you, please come take a look because we're proud of it. It's so in order that you're not, prior to an audit, you know, going through and everybody, you know, get your workstation and get your documents in order and get ready. That's not good business, right? You need to stay prepared all the time. For a company to run, you need everybody in place that's comfortable to do their job. It's the same way no matter where you're at, on a Tuesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon or a Saturday at 2 in the morning. We have a way of doing business, and everybody can do that very easily because the system's so easy to run through. Well, it's just like you're able to help us out with our preventative maintenance. You know, you've got Brady working on all of our equipment. He does a fantastic job making sure our fleet is ready to go all the time. So now you can go and here's all of our equipment, sorted by what type it is. Here's what service records are needed on that. And he puts that in, and he was like, it would be nice as I change the status of this if it would send a workflow out to the people who need to know. And your company was like, that's not a problem. So
no big deal.
He can change the status of that, and all the people need to know, like, hey, the status of this piece of equipment was changed to in service or out of service.
And then just this morning, you know, chatting with the team, we were talking about, you know, non-conformances, corrective actions, And so something I'm going to be sitting down with them is helping to better define the Tier 1, Tier 2 defect codes, because we can do a lot with the data analysis on our defect codes here. Once we get good defect codes loaded in there, and you've got enough historical evidence of nonconformities now that we can really get some good defect codes in there. It doesn't take long. We can go in and recode some of those if we need to. And it lets you get a real good grouping of your data. How can we make this simpler and faster to collect the data?
And one thing on that you've really helped us, understand is, logging these defects are actually a good thing.
Well, the data is all updates live, so we can take a look here, and then we can see, oh, well, half of that came from field, and the rest was kind of spattered out. So that gives you something to dig into a little bit deeper.
And then you can tie that back into your risk register.
Oh yeah.
Look, this is what we're seeing, right?
Yep. And here's what we're doing about it, and then that's something that you can go back and re-review next year at the management review.
And now look, did that trend down? How are we doing on this?
Exactly, yeah.
Most of our jobs, we don't know when they're going to happen, because again, we're a field service business. We get a phone call,
right.
I need to be here at 6 in the morning, it could be in Houston, it could be in Oklahoma, it could be far, far away. We need to make sure that we're prepared all the time, because our clients don't have time to say, well, we can get to you in 3 days. They need us right now. In our business, these refineries are very expensive to operate. And if we need to go out there, they need us to be prepared so we can mobilize, do the job, and leave. If we can do it in 8 hours, then go home in 8 hours. We don't need to take 2 days to do something. So this system, competency, making sure our employees are trained, making sure our equipment are good to go, making sure it's all calibrated, making sure our procedures are in place and empowered with the employees. They have everything they need. That it adds value to our clients because we're going to show up ready to go.
Yeah. I mean, you can check in just a matter of seconds to see, well, does this guy have all the qualifications he needs for this job? Pull up the work instructions. You can get exactly what you want. Downloading if you're going to be out of network range, or just put it straight in the file in the production system and go.
This system allows us in a much easier way to stay prepared all the time.
Yeah, so kind of the same way you're talking about with the audits. It's like, sure, bring on an audit. We're ready any day of the week. It's the same mentality that gets transferred over to the work.
When you're so prepared, you almost want to get audited.
Cy, thank you for taking the time to give us some insight into your business and how TQA has helped you. Would you say that generally they have helped you save time and energy for what matters most?
Greatly. I was telling Kyle that even if someone came in and tried to do a sales presentation of a new program, I wouldn't even accept the sales call. We're so happy with what we have right now.